It's important for you to appreciate this. I'm censored online. Most people do not like what I get up to. In other words, they do not like the numerous accounts that I have that I feel I have to moderate because I'm trying to get through to people. But most people are marching in lockstep and don't realize it. Why did I say that? Because here's somebody using emojis that were written into a free social media platform. That's a red flag, by the way. It's also divisive. It's part of the social engineering garbage in place to dumb people down. But this gal didn't give that a second thought. Too many fucking thoughts. The account in question is refers to literature, to books, to words. Yeah, things that you would probably need to use your brain to appreciate. And here this gal is using emojis. You know, she's not setting an example for others is one thing that I'm kicking out here. But most people probably aren't picking out what I'm putting down. I also said it poorly because I haven't eaten yet today. And yeah, what the fuck do I know? So she said, add this to the list of why I love your account. And then she left a little fire symbol on there. I know I'm picking on her, but she's dumb. What I left on here is this, as it reads. It is a damn shame the name of the account that posted this is promoting social engineering buzzwords. What I'm saying is, when you hear toxic, do you think of a man or a woman? And think about that. Sit with it for a minute. Moving on. You see, things like this are put in place because the Hegelian dialectic unfortunately works and most people cater to it. They're promoting it, they propagate it, they circulate it, they defend it. To spell it out, and I do this a lot lately because superficial internet babies aren't capable of critical thinking skills. They don't understand things anymore because people are not thinking for themselves. They react, but they certainly don't think about things. In my humble opinion, if you look around, what I just said is in fact true, and that's why things are bad. So I said, to spell it out, most people are dividing the masses, which means they're promoting fascism. Think about it. The fact that this account left this post online is ironic, but you would have to use your brain, pardon me, to appreciate what I just said instead of calling upon the lowest aspect of your chakras and reacting like a superficial internet baby. And I love to stick it to these kids who bought into polarizing positive vibes only. And that should have dropped all the way, but it didn't. Here's the account in question. Non-toxic masculinity. That's as far as I got. I've never clicked on it. First time. Now, did he block me? Is that why it's doing what it's doing? Maybe. It is raining outside. I'm on my network. 5G's fucking amazing, and Instagram's pretty clunky, typically speaking, because this is my primary account. Always happy to document things like this, because this probably doesn't happen to you. Well, that's still popping up. Let's see. I saved it just in case. I'm pretty sure I sent it to one of my other accounts. In the event that he blocks me, then I'll know. Here's another point that I'm going to mention. You see how it says 19,000 people have liked this post? That's because this post is being circulated. Why would this post be circulated? The books in question, I don't think I have an issue with. I like the idea behind this. I do not like this guy one fucking bit. Look at his shirt. Read books, lift weights, fight fascism. Or fascists, pardon me. He's promoting fascism. In other words, he does not understand what the fuck is what. Because he's not thinking for himself and he's misleading other people. Which is why 19,000 people were shown this shit. Because he's got toxic in the name of his handle, in the name of the account. I know I'm kicking a dead horse again. People don't want to hear me out, but I am making sense if you think about it. And what I'm going to leave online, 19,000 people will never fucking see. I'll be lucky if I get 3 people to see this post on YouTube, mind you. You never know. When I leave it on Instagram, if I leave it on a Monkey's Tea Party, maybe a few people might see it. Maybe. But certainly not 19,000. Appreciate that. 2,459 have circulated this. But the chances are they circulated this, but they're not cautioning people against accounts like this. In other words, this functions as subliminal imagery. This normalizes toxic more than it already has been. That word was weaponized. I know people who are following this rot. That should terrify you. Sure, it sounds great. Sounds like he's doing the right thing. And most people assume as much. I'll point out one more thing, because this guy's a fucking moron. He bought into the pronoun game, which marginalizes people. This is also fascist in nature. Look up the Tavistock Institute, then look up eugenics, then take some fucking time and appreciate that those two things are connected. The Tavistock Institute and eugenics, both of which are what? Firmly rooted in fascist ideology. What's his shirt say again? Read books, lift weights, fight fascists. In other words, be a walking contradiction and mislead others by example. And you'll have traction on the DARPA internet because the algorithm promotes propaganda. What the fuck do I know?
Me and the devil walking side by side. Me and the devil walking side by side. And I'm gonna see my man until I get satisfied. See, you don't see why. And you dog me around. Say, don't see why people dog me around.
Despite what you think of me, ladies and gentlemen, this is the type of bastard I am. By the way, your account has traction because you're promoting social engineering propaganda, and it should say in a number of ways. My fault for talking at Google. Listing your pronouns not only marginalizes people, it's an agenda. You're either not thinking for yourself, or you intend to mislead others by example. Which is it? And he'll probably block me, but you never know. Or he'll try to knock out a clever quip, and he'll probably use an emoji. Because that's what most people do. Maybe I'm wrong. Just the same. This guy's full of shit.